Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Oafdiscussions. I'm your host, Kid Swift. Welcome back, everybody. With me, as always, is Mr. Brent. You sound like a Super Nintendo boss.
Pixelated and everything.
Always a final boss. Don't worry about it.
Right.
A change with the generations.
And, of course, Mr. Webb. What's going on, brother?
What's going on with you, man?
Right.
Episode 77, right?
Right. Dude, those freaking Terence Howard memes and like face replacements like on everything have been so fucking funny. It's ridiculous. I've been laughing my ass off. Like the best was Batman and Batman versus Superman.
Batman versus Superman.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so stupid. And then the damn one with just Mayne. That one's
Mayne,
good.
yeah, for Ken's face.
Yeah,
that's been a good one. Those memes are long overdue.
Yeah, they are.
The one with all the seagulls. All the seagulls are his face, and they're just like, instead of them being like, what? They're like, May. And then
I saw that
the
one
little
too.
crab jumps in. I think it's like Finding Nemo. Yeah,
the crab.
That had me dying because I was like, they didn't put them on everything.
And then the Titanic one. You better not let me go, man. Hey, Rose, you better not let me go, man. I was like, oh my God.
The funny thing was, like, these were long overdue, right? Because I remember, like, a couple years back where there was this news that came out where I think it was his ex-wife or ex-girlfriend or something like that had threatened to kill him or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody sit there and just quoted the tweet and sit there and put a reply, manslaughter. And that tickles me every fucking day that I think about it.
Oh my God, that's excellent.
Every time. It's like manslaughter. And then
I missed that one. That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. I have to find it. It was from a couple years back. There was another one. Well, not even another one. There was this video. You could probably still find it on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Jamie Foxx still has his satellite radio show, but there was this time where he kind of had a little bit of a beef with Terence Howard.
Okay.
Because Terence Howard was sitting there saying something about his new album coming out on CNN.
Oh.
And Terence Howard was sitting there talking about I don't know how Jamie Foxx came into the discussion.
Right.
But if you let Jamie Foxx tell the story, Terence Howard was when they're talking to CNN when questions came about Jamie Foxx, and he was like, he's just not that good. And then Jamie Foxx just went in on him for about 10 minutes. So just making fun of him the entire time. Like, what's going on with your man? What's going on with your Iron Man? And all that. He just went through like the whole time for like a good 5-10 minutes. And Jamie Foxx is dead on with his impressions.
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh, that's so funny. I remember that quote. I remember that quote. I remember hearing that quote somewhere, but that's fucking hilarious because I forgot about that completely. What's going on with you, man? That's so funny. God, that's hilarious. But yeah, so yeah, I'm wondering like what caused the resurgence of the like that in specific. That was the weird thing about it to me.
I'm very confused because it didn't show up until I didn't start seeing them until Empire ended.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Hello?
I didn't think about that. No, you're fine. I didn't think about that, the whole Empire thing, but it was just funny because like that specifically from like Hustle and Flow, like that's the character focus, and it's just so funny to see that out of nowhere, and just see everybody like make jokes out of it. But yeah, so
when he's not paying attention, that's kind of how it always sounds. So
right, yeah, exactly. So as always, we always do this starting off. How was your week? We'll start with Brent. How you doing, brother?
No.
No, just no. Just no.
What do you mean no?
Right, yeah. Right. It's like, what do you mean no? That's not how this show works.
That's not even a proper answer to how.
Right, yeah, exactly.
That's kind of like the Family Guy little ongoing gag with the cleaning lady.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
No. Let's see. How was my weekend? Let me see.
How's your week?
Oh, my whole week. All right. Let's see. Everything's been real good. I'll let everybody know. I'm about to be a homeowner. Starting next week. I
Congratulations.
signed some documents. Thank you, man. Thank you. I signed some documents. I'm getting really excited. There'll be a housewarming of some sort sooner or later. But I mean, for real, like besides that and school, like that's the majority of my time. Like I'm extremely excited, even though I don't sound like it right now. Like I'm tired. Like the week was great. I'm tired. Just all the stress that comes in with getting a house and signing papers and finding random stuff that they need for this or that, or the whole process that is. It's been both a blessing and a headache at the same time. And what I realized, and I don't know about you all, but I hate moving. So I gotta like throw a whole bunch of stuff away and prepare to like start over. Like I feel like I'm like reinventing myself. Like I'm starting over, like brand new, fresh slate.
That's one of the interesting things I feel like a lot of people do. Like when you because I don't think anybody like really likes moving unless they're going to like a new place or something like that. Not even like a new place in a short distance, but like it's exciting to go to a new place.
Action.
But like, the actual action.
The actual moving shit is never terrible. Fun.
I think one of the cool things though, like you were just saying, Brent, that's kind of hidden.
It's like the folding clothes of adulthood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I think
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think one of the things that like people either don't even think about or subconsciously happens is that when you move, like you said, you kind of get this fresh start moment where you kind of can shed off a bunch of like just random bullshit you've kind of been either sitting on or packing in for like years, and you're just like, I don't fucking need this goddamn Tweety Bird stuffed animal anymore. Throw this shit away. Like, and you kind of get this moment where you get to like get new stuff, kind of get rid of any like clutter, and just kind of start anew or whatever. But yeah, I think it's the cool thing about it.
Yeah. So what I'm looking forward to is calling in all these damn favors. It's like of all the years, everybody I didn't move, I didn't show up for your moved in the rain, sleet, and snow. I didn't almost hurt myself falling down some steps, all that other BS, right?
Yeah,
calling it in. Right. And I'm calling it in on some like I don't care if this is supposed to be a 1 hour move or like a 10-hour move. Like
it's gonna take a little
I'm calling this shit in, and I'm not even accepting no's. Like, what'd you say?
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Your excuses are gone. That's all. I'm like.
Yeah.
Who died?
Right. I don't care.
Is it during the move? Because if not, you're still up. Like
right. If they're not dying right now, your ass is helping.
I mean, if nothing else, we'll move and then we'll both go up there and check on them.
Oh yeah, I like that. I like that too. That's good. That's really good.
So, but yeah, enough about me, brothers. What's going on with you all?
That's awesome. Well, nothing too crazy. A little bit of a busy week. Been getting all this new camera toys in, getting ready for a shoot in the next couple weeks, and then one in January. So I spent some money on some new equipment.
Oh, money bags over there.
I know, too much money. An absurd amount of money. An absurd amount of money. But no, other than that, what I did do, that I guess one of the few interesting things besides like played games and watch PSX and stuff like that, but I finally watched Guardians 2. I finally got to see
Get
that.
off the podcast. No, I'm not dealing with you. Hey, Webb, have a good week. I'm not dealing with you. No,
I'm behind. You know I'm behind terribly. Like I haven't seen Wonder Woman. I haven't seen Spider-Man.
I'll give it a pass, sir.
I haven't seen. There's like
we talk about trailers and stuff. You better not say nothing.
That's anything. That's my wheelhouse is trailers. The actual movies I'm behind on.
I shouldn't front like that. I'm missing a few movies. My bad.
I'm missing. No. But Guardians 2, I loved it. I just love how self-aware that movie is, and how self-aware. I think Drax is, man. I like Drax because he's fucking hilarious. He's goofy, and then
he's definitely been made his own. He definitely came into his own.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This second movie,
yeah,
compared to him being, you can tell like he went from being super literal to hanging around Peter too much.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And you can tell, you can just shows and just kind of almost like some of the jokes are a little too on the nose or a little too, he was kind of a little like, I don't know, as far as some of the jokes, they could have dialed some of that back, just kind of like with Thor Ragnarok. But at the same time, like they actually made you give a damn about Drax. So there was.
Definitely. And that was kind of the thing, like the through line, like he was constantly like, you knew what you were going to get from him. And then the one of my favorite parts though is the whole interaction between Yondu, Rocket, and Baby Groot when they were trying to get him to get that fin from the captain's quarters. Like that part was so funny to me because Groot was just like had this like baby look on his face, like I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't really know what you're talking about. And Rocket was just like, he doesn't know. He's gonna bring back just random, and he just kept just bringing back the most random shit.
Yeah. It was like watching
so
like
good,
a small
man.
little kid. You ask like, "Hey, go get that thing," and they're like, "Okay, I know what it is."
Right.
And then they come back with everything but that thing
Yeah.
because 5 seconds later they forgot what the thing was that you asked for originally.
Yeah.
Or maybe it could be a pet. I'm not sure which way we want to go with this.
Yeah, there was so many like that was one of my favorite, and then the other one I think that I really liked. I mean, there was a bunch of them. Like I said, I mean, I just love how self-aware those movies are. But the other part I really liked was when Rocket asked for the tape at the end. And like you could literally hear Peter in the background like flying around like asking people like, do you have any tape?
Yeah. Do we have any tape?
It's like, hey, tape.
Why would I have any tape?
Right.
If anybody had any tape, you would have some tape.
Yeah. Then he was like, yes, Scotch tape would work. He said, oh, I don't have any Scotch tape. He said, then why did you ask if Scotch tape would work if you don't have any fucking tape in the first place? Like, it's so, like, simple shit like that was great. Then the Zune joke I liked a lot. Like, that was funny. Like, the whole Zune. Yeah, that was great. Because
out of all the futuristic, or not all the future items, out of all the modern items that he would get, not a damn, not even a simple, not even an iPod.
Yeah, it was a Zune, yeah. Like, it was great, because Peter's face was like, 300 songs. Oh. He like, look on the site, it's like, oh, it's so many songs. But now, like, that's the whole running joke on the Zune now. It's like, it only holds fucking 300 songs. Like, it was holding 300 songs when, like, the iPod was holding, like, 3,000 songs.
Yes.
And it got, like, double lapped by, like, the iPhone and stuff. But it was just so funny that they put that little goofy nod in there. But no, I really liked it. I like the kind of... And I mean, I guess this is probably what happens, and one of the things that plays in the fact of how much people like Thor Ragnarok too is like, I enjoy getting away from the kind of, even as this is going to sound kind of weird, as fantastical it is, but the on Earth grounded elements of the rest of the MCU. Like, we obviously have the Netflix shows and everything like that, and then we have stuff as grounded as like Winter Soldier was, where it's like a Bourne movie. But then I like the fact that you have this whole other side of the MCU that's like literally aliens and weird like space travel shit, and you're like, oh yeah, that's right, this like expands way beyond the boundaries of just planet Earth, and it gets real weird. And I love that stuff. Like, it's great.
And it's dope how there's layers to this. Like, as far as Netflix, it's almost literally on a street level.
Yeah.
The movies before Guardians and Thor Ragnarok, things are kind of just worldwide.
Yeah.
But now with Thor Ragnarok and Guardians and what's going to lead into Infinity War, it's like all of it is coming together.
Yeah. And I mean, the movie literally starts with the fighting of like this giant like alien tentacle
monster.
Beast. Yeah, it's like great.
And it was just such a side. It was thrown aside just to show Baby Groot dancing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was just in the background.
Yeah, that whole scene of just following Baby Groot and like,
it's great.
Like, the shots of one are fantastic.
Yeah.
But dang, I can't say but and then put but back in there.
That's hard. Yeah.
I'm rusty podcasting. That's all it is. I'm a little rusty. I'm gonna get a drink in a second. But Groot like dancing, doing stuff, and then he does the little play where he doesn't let Drax see him moving. Again, like a couple times, and then like everybody looks at Groot and they're like, Groot, get away.
Yeah, like you're gonna get hurt. Like, they're like, you're gonna get hurt.
Why are they bringing Groot anyway? And then he's like chasing rats and butterflies. He eats one.
He's taking out the small guys. He's taking out the small minions.
But it makes it worse. Is like he's like literally riding the rat monsters back
Yeah.
like a third of the scene, and I was like, how is this the one luckiest rat monster ever in creation? Like, it dodged everything.
Yeah.
Lava,
Right.
fire,
The gunshots,
blasts, gunshots, explosions.
Yeah.
And this one is just like even drifting on the edge of the place. Like,
Yeah.
there's a whole lot going on in that scene.
Yeah.
I actually really like that, because the whole while, if you don't focus on Groot, you see everybody getting whooped.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're getting like knocked back, and you have these like awesome like camera movements where the camera like rolls back, like when Drax almost rolls over him, but the camera like lands like right before him, and then he like rolls up to him, like right before he tries to do that.
And
fake
they did
out
a little
on him.
callback to the end of the first movie.
Yeah,
where
absolutely.
for some reason he was staying still, and until Batista looked away, or Drax looked away.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's great. Like,
and then
I
finally
really
starts
like
hitting him. I was like, Drax knows you moves, dude. Like,
right? Yeah, like
they're not carrying you the whole time. Like, he's not that. He might not catch everything. It might go over his head.
Yeah.
Even though his reflexes are so good.
Yeah.
He would catch it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But he can tell that you're not in the same spot, and you grew out of a pot. Like, you're a full-grown thing.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
So that was just.
Did you notice the almost? I know probably. I forgot what the director's name is. What's his name? For Guardians. Oh my gosh, I feel terrible. Can't think of his name. Can't think of his name.
Say it again.
The director for Guardians. What's his name?
Oh, James Gunn.
James Gunn. Yeah, I know. Wanted to call him Peter Gunn at first, but then I was like, it's not right. But I love the fact that
I think his brother was Peter Gunn, who's one of the Ravagers. Yondu, the second, second in command.
Right. The thing that I love is the fact that he literally put in an identical shot to the beginning of when the Avengers first got together in the city. Did you notice that shot? I mean, it's literally the same shot. Like Rocket's Iron Man because he's like flying up in the air. Batista's the Hulk because he's like on the end like grunting, and like Cap is Peter because he's like in the middle in the front, and like it does that like swoop down pan around move like when they when they were fighting, like they got in that big fight.
Did not
near the end.
Yeah, I think it was on the planet. I think it was on the planet. I think when they were already on the planet. I think. Yeah, it was. It was when they were near the core. It was when they were near the core. Like right before that big fight, like when they all started landing, like they fell out of the ship. The ship got blown up, and then they fell out, and then they like landed, and like right when Peter lands, or like right when Batista lands, right when Drax lands, it starts that shot, and it's like the same exact like circle pan, like team up like shot, almost identical. I love that.
I gotta see that.
Yeah.
The brother's name was Sean Gunn.
Okay, Sean Gunn. Okay.
Sean Gunn.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but his name, the director, is James Gunn.
That's right. Right. Got you. Yeah, no, but it was great. Yondu was awesome. That power, that really like, because you don't really think about how dope that power is until you see him like really go off on it. like that whole section was like, yeah, that was badass.
I ain't gonna lie, they made it into a badass thing. Yeah. But every time I see it, I'm like, he's whistling. So if I punch him in his throat.
But the thing is, you're not gonna be close enough. You'll never get close enough. Like that's the problem. If he sees you,
I don't feel like he can whistle and talk at the same time.
But remember, but you forget what he said at the end.
He talks a lot.
You forget what he said at the end, though.
What? That it comes from the heart?
No, it comes from his mind. He doesn't need the whistle. He just does it. Just because
it just amplifies it.
It just amplifies it. Because that's like when he added the fire to it. Like he kind of like did that flutter whistle thing, and it caught on fire before he blew up the tank. Yeah. So like he really doesn't need to whistle. It's just part of it.
How does he pass it down?
I think it still does. I think it's still. We mean pass it down.
Well, it's part of it's
still the whistling. It's
part
of
it.
It's really. It's as far as his mind. It's still whistling. It's still the whistling that does it. It's just. Yeah. It's not telekinetic or nothing at all. It's literally him doing whistling and him using the fin.
The fin, the fin's part of it too. Yeah. And
that is like, just you're not gonna get close to him. Like, there's no way you can punch him in the throat, and you can talk, and then,
yeah.
I was terrible. It's been a minute since I've whistled.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Yeah.
I didn't realize how terrible I was at that.
Hey,
but that kind of sounded like it though. That was perfect. Like, because it's not like really a loud whistle. It's kind of like
you lose it, sir.
He's got kind of like a country whistle, like a backwoods like whistle. Like he's whistling for.
Well, I mean, if you wanted to take him out, you put him in a situation where he couldn't breathe. I'd imagine.
You choke shit.
That's easy.
Just choke shit out.
But he still got 2 hands and 2 feet, so I mean, like, it ain't like he can only.
Yeah, he can.
That's
fight.
His only sense of offense.
Right?
Yeah.
Was he throwing hands?
Yeah, he can fight.
Him throwing hands. Did he throw hands in this movie?
First movie.
I don't remember him.
He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing really in this movie.
Useless, sir.
Even if he didn't have hand to hand, he still got guns. So I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
I do
a knife. I'm sure a knife would help.
I do like the whole side thing of the fact that the only reason the Golden Boys, I'll call them, or even like in the movie, is because they got their battery stolen. like it's such a simple motivation for this massive
side.
for this massive problem.
Principle, sir.
It's so funny, man. It's so goofy.
If you let just one person go off, start stealing your batteries, the whole galaxy think they can steal your batteries.
Well, I mean, the funny thing about it, that's the whole reason they got hired in the first place, because Nebula stole their batteries.
Yep.
So good, man. I love it. Love it. But yeah, excellent movie. Other than that, nothing too crazy. Been me and Brent and Jacob have been playing Monster Hunter. Other than that, just a little bit of everything. Yeah, what's up?
Because I know Webb's gonna drop some kind of heat. I've been listening to new podcasts.
Oh, nice.
And I'll drop some of those at the end because I don't want to cut into too much of your time, Webb.
I was gonna let you go.
And battle raps.
Oh, nice. I mean, that's your kind of wheelhouse.
A lot of rap.
A podcast for battle rapping?
No, he's saying that's what he's listening to.
Separately.
No, that's what he was saying.
There was a whole pay-per-view on Smack last night.
Oh, nice.
And I peeped that, and there was some crazy lines.
Well, I guess I've been, that makes sense.
Crazy.
Because I've been trying to keep up, I guess, on another kind of, the pillars of hip-hop. Is I've been trying to keep up with the
Kardashians?
No, the quarterfinals and the finals of the Red Bull B-Boy competition are going on these past couple weeks since.
Yeah, it's on Twitch, ain't it?
Yeah, it's on Twitch mainly.
Oh,
I know I think the quarterfinals were in Amsterdam, and I don't know where they're going next, but they're always really fucking good. I don't know if we talked about this last time, but kind of leading into and Webb, how your week was and everything. But I listened to multiple times now. I've listened to Saha the Prince's album. I don't know if we talked about that before, did we?
I've listened to
Now, the last time I talked about him was probably the Black History Month mixtape of his.
Okay, gotcha.
And man,
no
shit isn't that was dope as hell on its own. So I can only imagine this
is
man,
nice.
This album is really good, and I was completely not even thinking about it initially, but then when it came out and everybody, you kind of heard a lot of people talking about it and saying how good it was. And it's like, all right, let me check this out. And then plus I had been listening to Jack Harlow's album, and he had a line
Freddy
about
versus
Saha.
Jason.
He had a line about Saha in that album. I was like, well, let me see what the hell this album's about. So I listened to it. I mean, I listen to it every day now. I mean, it's really, really good. I like it a lot.
Hey, well, I'm gonna be honest. I started listening to it, and then I stopped, went for a walk outside. I took a break intentionally, just so I could listen to it without any distraction. I could just vibe.
Yeah, it's good, man.
It's nice, but
it's really good.
Well, what have you been up to though?
Yeah, man.
Oh well, shoot.
Quick
Let
pass.
me see. A couple weeks. It's been a while. Now, the couple weeks that I ain't been on the show. Let me pull that back up for you. Well, as you already picked up on, I finally sit there and 5 years too late picked up a damn PlayStation 4.
I did.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I
I was
almost
like, oh,
invited
shit.
you to 6 parties, man. I was
like,
tell Webb to start playing.
I'm trying to keep track of his games that he's got, so I can make sure I've got all of them too.
We've been watching, making sure you was real out here.
Yeah.
I got on a slight binge, trying to grab as much of the stuff that I've been holding off on for the longest, and still I was sitting there just looking at some of the things that y'all had, and I was like, do I want this so I can join in? It's is that worth it? And it's just is that my speed? And then go from there.
Tell you what, download Fortnite and Monster Hunters.
Yeah, it's a beta.
Fortnite is free. It's free to play, and we'll be probably playing that later on tonight. And anybody, y'all won't hear this by the time this comes out, so we'll already been played. I was gonna drop everybody like, hey, you can join the group too.
Well, they can we can add our PlayStation handles if they want to add, and we'll create because we can create groups. We could create a Oafdiscussions PlayStation PSN group. That way, if people want to join, they can do that.
But Fortnite, get that. That's free. And the beta for Monster Hunters, if you want to try that with us, we're running around smacking foods or smacking monsters. And it's 4-player. Like, you can have up to 4 people, so we need a 4th. And if you have GTA, there's going to be a new heist come out.
Yeah.
I caught that.
Yeah.
I got GTA's back on the PlayStation 3, and I was just like, do I really want to buy it again?
We went through the same thing, and we were like, yeah. It was one of those things where we played the hell out of that game when it first came out.
32-player multiplayer.
And then
or 26.
And I think it was between like when we finally got our hands on it and saw how good it looks, and then also just the multiplayer thing, and then the first person thing was one of the things that grabbed me too, even though I don't even use it as much anymore. But yeah, it's I think it's worth it because you can probably find it for like $20-$30 now, I would assume.
But question is, don't you want to be part of the heist? Don't you want to get this money, man?
Yeah, right.
You want to get this
long time
money,
ago, man. I ain't the same Mayne.
Man,
right.
We know you still the same Mayne,
as I used to be.
Right.
But you probably a beta Mayne name. Like we need a 4th Mayne for our party, man.
Right.
We're just trying to bring you in, man. That's all it is, man. I'm trying to get all this money with all my friends, man.
So what else you been up to, bro?
Mayne better be in the title before this episode's done.
It'll have to be.
Oh, it was already going to. It was before I was even going to talk to y'all.
That works.
I was already going to include that in there.
That works.
And if anybody's listening, take a shot every time we say Mayne for the rest of the episode. Okay?
Jeez. They already got it.
They're already dead.
They already passed out.
No. I'm starting them from here now.
Oh, okay, I was about to say after your
gonna...
rant just now, they're dead already.
Man, that ain't nothing.
I'll take a sip on this. Just take a sip.
Yeah,
sip. That's cool. But if you're real out there and you're a real fan,
that's hilarious.
Take a shot or a drink,
bitch.
Oh my goodness, that's funny.
Or if you smoke, take a hit too. You know.
So what else you been up to, brother?
Starting Tuesday, I started a new position at the same company.
Shouts out, congrats, man.
So it's it ain't really I ain't gonna say it's like a move up, but it's a lateral movement.
Okay.
Yeah. Better skill set, like. Sorry.
Yeah, learning a brand new skill set and all that other stuff. So in case things fall through here, I mean, this is a lot more versatile than what I was previously doing.
Okay.
And
congrats to you.
Yeah, so this should be nice. Yeah, this should be nice. It's better hours too, like literally banking hours.
Oh,
so I can,
nice.
You're one of us.
That's beautiful.
You're one of us. You're one of us.
Well, not me.
Garrett, we're not talking about you right now. You just seen Guardians of the Galaxy.
Whatever.
You think I'm gonna let that slide? Like, you got your 15-minute rant about Guardians of the Galaxy too, but man, you playing around.
Oh, I try.
So banking hours. So now me and the wife can get back to watching Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, like the old, like the washed up couple, like we supposed to be.
That's great. I like that.
Aww,
that's funny.
I started Mine Hunters off of Netflix.
Okay.
And I keep forgetting where I am because like the story is so all together.
Yeah.
That it's like I kind of like I think I might have fell asleep at one point on 1 or 2 episodes.
Okay.
But and I sit there and watch. It's like, no, wait, no, I'm way ahead of myself. And then I try to go back on that episode, and I keep going back an episode. And I was like, no, I've already seen this. It's just like everything is so tight knit as far as story wise on that show.
Yeah.
It's like it's exactly a sequence of events, and it's just like, okay, hold on, I think I missed something. And then I got to sit there and go back. I was like, no, I did watch this episode. I just wasn't paying attention.
Oh wow.
But it's really interesting. Like I'm into it when I get a chance to. But I got to get back to finishing it now. I think I'm still got 3 episodes left of it. I started watching Runaways off of Hulu.
Okay.
And It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Okay.
I mean, like
That's what I've
it's
heard.
clearly not for me.
Right.
Like it's supposed to be for like young adult audience and all that other stuff. But at the same time, like I think it's got some charm to it.
Okay. That's what I've heard. I've heard like it's all right. I guess you could say.
Anything else that would have happened, I don't remember. We got a Christmas party coming up this Friday for the company, so that'll be interesting to see everybody drunk and see how they react.
Hell yeah. Very nice, very nice. That's awesome. Cool.
Hopefully I don't get hit with them. You know what? Been meaning to ask you this, but when black people is like, nope.
He said no.
Nope.
He said no.
I thought you was asking a real question. I was like, wait, whoa, what? Why are you doing with black people? I was like,
Brett was like, I need to get in defensive stance.
If a black person comes up to you and goes, when black people, wait a minute, what are we doing here?
Right. He said, what's going on? What's going on?
Pause the break. I know we don't want to speak for all black people,
He said,
but you can't do that amongst us as well. Like,
you gotta get in your fighting stance. You gotta get in your guard stance.
I was bending at the legs, like I was in the ready position. I was like, okay, what do I do with my hands now?
That's so funny.
Now, hopefully we don't get hit. Hopefully I don't get hit with one of them questions and that.
If you do, send us a message and I'll help you answer it.
You gotta outsource them immediately.
I'm probably not gonna be in the right state of mind at the time. So I mean, like,
I'm just saying, I threw it out there, man. Take it or leave it. All right.
This balance might be off.
The sage will be there to drop answers to you if need be. I'm also good at interviews.
That works.
like, have y'all ever got this question? Like in an interview, like, which one would you rather be, a paperclip or a stapler, and why?
That's weird.
How often did you get asked that?
Yeah,
I got asked that twice a couple years ago. I got asked
two separate occasions.
Yeah. Oh, I was phenomenal the second time.
That's interesting.
First time I dropped gold, but the second time I was like, oh, this is easy. This is a layup. No. I got asked that one time, and the next time I got asked, if you could have any superpower, what power would that be, and why?
Both of these were job interview questions.
I kid you not. Both of these were job interview questions.
That's weird.
Huh.
Yeah, that is. You'd be like, I'd want to be able to time travel to go back before you ask me that dumbass question.
That would have failed your job, sir. You would not have got that job. All right. So Gary's out the running. Webb, what you got?
That's good.
I think I would rather be the paperclip.
Paperclip?
Oh, I forgot about that question.
Yeah. Because, even if you ain't using it, or even if people don't use paper anymore, you're still on Microsoft Word.
Oh, wow. You went technical. Okay,
Ooh,
I see you.
good.
I see you there.
I like
wasn't
that.
expecting that.
Your paperclip is universal. And you ain't even got to be used for paper.
I was going to say, I could make that.
Sir,
you're
hired. You're hired.
That's funny.
Give that guy a raise, Gary. No. They'll be sending you messages later on.
Right.
We'll be in contact.
We'll get you. Yeah, we'll pack your box up and send you that. That's awesome.
The only reason I'd be a stapler is if I was in the movie Office Space.
Right. Yeah. Only need. That's all I need.
But I'm trying to think. I think I
know you had the
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Let me see. The superhero. I'm trying to think. The paperclip and stapler. I went with paperclip, and basically used the argument, kind of what you kind of alluded to, Webb, that you have more uses for a paperclip, and it's more versatile. So when you think it's just for holding papers, but I was like, no. If and I used like a bunch of random references. Like I think one was like picking a lock. If you needed to get into the office because you lost your keys, you could do that. You could. I'm not gonna go through all those because I'm not gonna incriminate. I'm not gonna say all the things, but I said a couple of them that were questionable. Like what I came up with was like survival tactics. Like you can use one as a makeshift weapon, like rubber band. Boom, you can protect yourself. You can scratch stuff. You can use it to dig out stuff, as a tool. You could use it as something to pick up items by unfolding the paperclip and now using it to almost like chopsticks
Okay.
Kind of not like chopsticks, but stuff like that. But here nor there. And then I used the superhero one. That was the easiest by far of all of them because I would take super speed.
Okay.
See.
And I was like, I don't want super strength.
It is versatile.
I would crush everybody. Like, I was like, I don't want to have to worry about hugging someone and killing them and like destroying them. I was like, I don't want X-ray vision because I don't want to give everybody cancer.
That's a good way to think about that.
I really don't care about flying. If I can run as fast, I can travel across water and everything else. I don't really need to fly.
Yeah, see,
and then
I like
two,
that.
I don't have to worry about airplanes, and we see how that worked in the Incredibles. You know, with capes and airplanes.
Yeah.
And then I was like, what happens if you're flying and then you lose your powers? Oh, that's a long fall, no matter what.
Oh yeah, it's over.
And you can't break. Yeah, and then I was like, I like started eliminating everybody's like power. Like I was like, nope.
Yeah.
Jump high for what? I can't do anything with that.
Dismantle and everything.
Yeah, I was like, I can't do anything with that. Like, I don't want to shoot stuff out of my eyes because I would literally destroy everything. Cyclops gone wild with no glasses. Like,
yeah.
I'm beaming everything.
That's great.
And I don't want the Midas touch because then I can't touch anything.
Yeah, that is a good.
Even your dick.
Yeah. Oh no.
Gold member.
Hey, I gotta go pee right quick. I was like, oh, what I do?
Oh, no. Oh no.
Hey, you want this gold thing?
What have I done?
100% carrot.
Oh, that's so great, man.
It's the real thing.
What was fake
gold member?
Her pussy's green all of a sudden.
No. That's funny. Oh my god.
I don't mess with that if it changes or fades. I don't mess with that.
That's not real. That's not real, son. It's not real.
Not real. Mine, that ain't real.
That ain't real, man. Oh my god.
What the hell we talking about today, man? My bad. That's what came to my mind about the
God, this is left.
Hey, we've been away for a while.
I know we have, man. We have.
You getting all this goodness today.
Yeah.
Y'all go get this work.
Right.
Speaking of when black people, ... Have y'all caught that video of I'm Not Racist by Joyner Lucas?
Now, I haven't watched the video all the way because I was watching it work, then I got sent out. But I've seen like all the hubbub around it mainly.
Okay, Brent, have you seen it?
I'm double checking.
Oh, that's amazing.
No,
I'm pretty sure you would know.
Nope.
I'm sure you would know if you seen it.
Yeah. No,
I seen the dude's face. I was like, nope, I haven't seen this. Do I need to check this out right now?
Fuck it. I mean, well,
no. Yeah, go ahead. Keep talking.
It's not like good 3, 4, 5 minutes.
Well, he can listen to it in one ear maybe, and then while we break it, while we introduce, I guess.
Yeah, I'll do a quick play.
It's a song.
Yeah.
I have heard this. Fuck that.
That's good. Okay, I like that. Yeah, I was about to say. I thought you knew that part. That's funny.
For the uninitiated. For our audience, for the uninitiated that aren't familiar with it, there's a track called "I'm Not a Racist" by Joyner Lucas. It starts off 2 people at a table in what looked like an empty room.
I'm gonna play it in the background.
But with that song playing in the background, it starts off with a white guy's face, right in front of you, with a "Make America Great Again."
Right.
Hold on, cut it off.
Cut it off.
He said too many niggas.
It's jumbling up a little bit on this end. So yeah, hold on.
I can't do it.
Okay. Anyways, go ahead.
So it starts off with a white guy with a "Make America Great Again" hat, talking directly at the camera, spitting that first verse by Joyner Lucas. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I was like, wait, what the fuck? Especially with him saying nigga this and nigga that.
Yeah.
And all that good stuff. And at first I was like, wait a minute, is this an actual song? And then I was sitting there looking, and then I just kept listening to it. And it was just like, I was getting a little pissed off, and I was like, no, the way he's saying nigga, the way that's flow is just cutting. This is like, no, that's not this person. This is clearly just an actor, right? This is an actor, right? And I kept thinking that until, and then it got to the part where the second verse with the black dude, and he did his verse talking about white people or talking about the things that he's gone through as a black person. And I was just like, okay, I see where this is going. But it is jarring as fuck, that first 2 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. I heard it driving to work
Wait, what?
Yeah, it played on the radio. One of the radio stations played it.
Oh.
So I was driving to work, and I only caught.
I was on a morning show.
Yeah, it was like they was like, all right, we're gonna play this. It could be. Tell me what you think, and that's all I heard as my setup.
That's a terrible
song
introduction. That's such a bad introduction. You got people just like rioting in the streets immediately.
And as soon as I heard it, I was like, wait, hold up. Nigga this, nigga that. And so I don't have any context if it's black, white. I don't have a context right there. Right? I didn't realize they were a white that was a white person, or I guess whatever descent they are.
Yeah. It was.
They're not?
Joyner Lucas is black.
Yeah. Who's the person on the video?
2 actors.
Actors, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So then the actor part, like, so watching the video is more jarring than the first time I heard it. Because when I first heard it, I was like, okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have a context of, like, black, white, this and that. So I don't put, like, the whole, like, race card in place, right?
Right.
So I'm listening to it. I'm like, nah.
Right.
Okay, I see what you're doing. I heard the other verse come in, and I was like, this is still playing on just like the basic stereotypes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I mean, yeah, it's like charged up, but it's like passionately charged up. But I was just like, could this not been spoken better? Like, could this not been like more substance?
Right.
So, but watching this video, nah, fuck that. Nope. Nope. I can't do it with the white guy with the Make America Great. Although I should be able to. That nigga this, nigga that, nigga that. Nah.
It reminds me of that Richard Pryor documentary that was on Comedy Central some years ago where what's his name? Oh my god. Shit, the fucking band director from Drumline. Can't think of his damn name.
Orlando Jones?
Yeah. He was like Richard Pryor.
Used to be on Mad TV?
Yeah. He's like Richard Pryor would be like nigga. He said, "I'll say nigga till my teeth turn white."
Oh, that was
I thought it was Paul Mooney.
Was that Paul Mooney that said it? Okay,
yeah, that's Paul Mooney.
I knew it was one of them. I knew it was either Paul or Orlando.
He was like, I say nigga 43 times every morning. Makes my teeth nice and white.
Yeah. It's so funny, man. God, he's ridiculous. But yeah.
What was your thoughts? I mean, what was your thoughts on that?
Oh, go ahead.
No, what was your thoughts? I chimed in. You know, what was your thoughts?
Like I said, I didn't finish it completely. I usually actively avoid anything like that because I saw the video. See, I had the different experience where I saw the video first. Well, I saw the clip of the video first, and then for the longest, I was like, well, I'm not gonna watch this because I mean it's a white dude, and I have no time for the shenanigans. But then I finally kept seeing it posted, so I was like, all right, let's see what's up. And then I saw it was a song. That's what threw me off initially. But like I said, I didn't finish it completely. But I mean, it's one of those where you're like, what's the point? I guess is the main kind of.
I think it tries to get across its own point.
Well, yeah, I know, but
it's bold either way.
Yeah,
it's bold.
Right. Yeah.
It's the cliche, starting a conversation type of piece or type of track.
And that was what I thought about too. Yeah, it was kind of like okay, yeah. If it wasn't this quote unquote bold, would anybody be talking about it type thing?
Right.
But hey, they had success. If it started some kind of conversation, then it was successful. If it didn't start any conversation, then it wasn't. I'm not gonna say bold enough, but it has to find a better way to do that.
Right.
Because I can look at.
I mean, it's a conversation. His Twitter feed is a
he's always fighting racism, or he's always going after race. Like, always, every time I see, because he's on my Twitter. I promise you, every day there's at least him clapping back at one racist person.
I feel like
I'll say 5.
I feel like
I'll say at least 5 people who'll just be like, look what I said. Do you not understand how the semantics of English works? Oh, and he'll break down everything in an educational way, but then clap back and be like, you fucking racist, you pig. That's what's wrong. That
should have been the tagline for the movie Selma.
Every day.
Every day it's fine racist.
Tagline for Selma should have been Martin Luther King got them hoes, boy.
Right, yeah. Yeah, right.
Different area codes.
Right.
Area code. Okay, that was still the dope. The saddest scene in that movie was still when his wife was like, so when she was asking about the other woman,
Don't tell
or
nobody.
like, did he love her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, don't say it, dog. Don't. Whatever you do, don't say it.
Run.
You gonna die.
Run.
Die. Martin Luther King gets killed tonight.
Right. This is not how I remember the story going. This is not good.
You know why? Because they changed it. It's what the real version was. He said, yeah, I love her. And that was the last time he breathed.
Yeah, right.
Like Gucci Mane. I think I love her.
Right. Yeah, you're like, oh no. No, Gucci, no.
No, don't take Gucci.
No, Gucci,
Don't take
Speaking of Gucci,
Speaking of Gucci.
I got Injustice 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I got it to where I have Raiden and the second skin where you can get him as Black Lightning, which I find fucking ridiculous how a character from DC is the side character to a Mortal Kombat character just because they both got electrical powers. And I was like, all right, then.
That sounds
I see how it is.
That sounds like lazy programming. Like that's what that sounds like. That sounds like really lazy programming.
Sort of. Captain Cold and Mr. Freeze are the same character too. It's just they have different premier skins and dialogue and all that other stuff. Just like Black Lightning got different skins and dialogue from Raiden.
Right.
But back to that, Raiden. Oh, I'm sorry. Using Black Lightning, he looks like Gucci Mane when he first came out of prison. When he first came out of prison.
Yeah.
And it's just funny. Like he definitely looks like him too, especially the little goggles that he has on. It just it is uncanny. It's just I don't know if they did that on purpose.
That's awesome.
Or if they just got inspiration from him or what.
Yeah.
But
it
was
he
like,
does. That's terrible.
You just
I just pulled it up. I was like,
let
me see. Oh my goodness, Gucci.
He looks dead on like Gucci.
If you play as him, do you say Gucci every time you start whooping somebody? Like, Gucci.
Right, Burr.
Top of the hits. Yeah.
That's so funny. Skirt.
So for everybody at home, look up, put in Google Black Lightning Injustice 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then go to images.
And then laugh.
There you go. Gucci.
Yep. So funny.
So when it's all said and done, nigga this, nigga that, I don't think we got anything accomplished off of that.
Right, yeah.
Moving on. But we got Black Lightning out of it. So
that was good.
So yeah, we went from white to black. Like that's all that song did. It went from white to black. And we went from White Raiden to Black Lightning. So it was a great segue. Keep going, sir. I see what you're doing.
We got wheels on this thing. We're moving.
Speaking of black, okay.
I'm out here
on the same
assists
topic of black.
for everybody.
Same topic of black.
Mm-hmm.
On the same topic as black, we got a trailer that came out just this weekend from Sony for a animated movie titled Spider-Verse.
Yes.
Was it titled Spider-Verse or was it just talking about the Spider-Verse?
No, it's Spider-Man Spider-Verse, I think. Spider-Verse something. It's something like that. I don't really like it. I don't really like the title. Like if that's gonna be the title, like because it's kind of plain. But it's fucking
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, Into the Spider-Verse. That's right. Into the Spider-Man.
And so we got our first look at a movie that's going to have Miles Morales, aka the Black Spider-Man.
Yeah, my man got the ones on. He's climbing the building.
Oh, that was crazy! I saw that on the trailer, and like that was like that whole thing was.
The art style's gorgeous. Like
especially that slow mo or that kind of pause they did where he's upside down.
Yeah. No,
falling. Oh my
the art
God.
style's gorgeous. It's ridiculous.
It's kind of interesting to take that, it's kind of interesting the direction they made as far as having Miles Morales with a hoodie and ones on.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
I was just, get it because he's black. And like, that's what my wife says. Because he's black, he has to have sneakers on. I was like,
better have them J's, man. He better have J's and a hoodie on for the first trailer, man. I don't care. But I want all of that. Where's this?
Him being from New York, they could have put him in Tim's. So I guess it's a step up. I guess it's a step up.
Can't be climbing buildings in Tim's. Like, come on, man. That ain't real.
He could kick somebody's ass in some Tim's though.
Look.
That reminds me of
that'd be the next trailer.
Right. Yeah.
That reminds me of a meme from a couple years, like I think it was last year, where they showed Spider-Man and Sims. It's like nigga shot Uncle Ben, B.
He said, "Oh." He said, "Oh my goodness." He said, "All right, that works."
Oh, man.
That's great.
And so this is, the funny thing is, just like this other trailer that we could probably talk about, I didn't watch it with the sound on,
Okay.
and so all I got was visual.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, the
that
visuals are so freaking like gorgeous. That's
Which
an interesting way of viewing that.
Which trailer?
And
Talking
I've
about
been meaning to
Spider-Man.
watch it again with the sound on, but it was just like, you know what? No, I'm sold already. I'll go ahead and
Yeah.
watch it.
You're like,
it
I'm
comes
fine.
out
You're like, I'm fine.
next December.
Next Christmas, yeah.
So
Which I'm like, fuck, so long.
So I actually seen this like trailer backwards. Like, so I seen it with them showing like unveiling Miles Morales. And then I seen the beginning. So like here I am. I'm like, okay, I'm a Spider-Man fan. Like that's probably my second favorite person out there.
Spider-Man.
It's your first.
Hulk.
Ooh,
Ah,
I like that. Professor
Okay,
Hulk
what-
or regular Hulk? Professor Hulk's real good because his whole thing is it's reversed. Where if he gets mad, he gets weaker instead of getting stronger.
Actually, no. I want Unstoppable Hulk, but I want like the Hulk that finally can control. Like he's Banner and Hulk at the same time.
Yeah.
So he's like smart as Banner. He's got the IQ of Banner.
Yeah,
but
that's like
your.
that's like Professor Hulk basically.
Nah, I don't want him getting weaker the angrier he gets. I want Hulk to like rage out and destroy.
Okay.
Oh, you think he's down? No, he just got pissed off another level. Destroy.
Mm-hmm.
Find a butterfly.
I dig it.
Let that live. But
What the fuck?
that's what I said every time I see when I see people try to fuck with Hulk.
Sorry, I was reading something.
No, I got you, man. I got you. That's what I do, man. I'm here, man.
No, I
I'm
just
here.
read something. I read something weird.
I'm rebuttaling everything. Yo, that trailer was dope. But another trailer though that I seen that was just as equally dope. Hold on. I'm glad they're finally putting Miles Morales in at least a anime of some sort, because I'm looking forward to when it comes a chance that he gets to be an actual live action person.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm looking for, if this goes extremely well, then he's either gonna have this like whole series, or he's gonna finally get a rendition of Spider-Man like live.
Plus, they're
now it's kind of interesting how they went this direction too. It's just like, so the Black Spider-Man gets an animated show. It's like, or gets an animated movie. He can't be live action
because the animated does better, and it reaches more people than the movies.
Well, it's interesting that it's going to theater
How so?
too.
Because I think
my thing. That's my thing about it.
The anime does better than the movies because
it's not an anime though.
I mean
Cartoon. Let's say cartoon.
It's not made in Japan, I should say.
Yeah,
you're right. The cartoon version, or the that I just think animation. That's all that pops in my head. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that does better than the movies typically, and you're gonna reach more kids.
What do you mean when you say do better or does better? What do you mean by does better?
I think they're better received by critics and people, like anybody that views it. I think it reaches more audience. The cartoon versions reach more audience and population in the world. They have a longer life cycle, because most people either hear about the movie and never see it, or now people just red box it, go catch it at, when it does come out. Most of them are not known to do great, right? Most of them are not known to be received as great.
The Spider-Man movies? That's a fucking lie. I'm sorry.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the Spider-Man movies.
Absolutely.
Well,
not money wise, but like actual like rating.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man's the first one and the second one are absolutely loved by a lot of Spider-Man fans and people that are fans of Super or Marvel and the comics and all that stuff. I mean, like, granted, Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, they got a lot of hate, granted.
Yeah, they did.
And I don't even blame that on Andrew Garfield. But those are the two movies that are those two movies and Spider-Man 3. Those are the ones that are that are constantly panned. But the first two Spider-Man movies with Sam Raimi, no, that is absolutely not true.
Yeah, they went nuts.
Okay. I'll take
And
that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go off like I did, but
It's cool. You want to fight about it. That's cool. You want to fight about it.
I got a little passionate. I got a little too passionate about that. Apologies there. My apologies. I didn't mean to go off like I
Sir,
did.
it is okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. You had a little pent up time. You needed to get this fight out. I'm not Jedi. I'm not Jacob, so I'm not even gonna fight you tooth and nail about this. Like, it's cool. I will concede.
Oh yeah, how's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. now?
It
ain't shit.
That's Jacob, yeah.
It ain't shit. He ain't shit. It ain't shit. I hope he listens to it and he can hear these things.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Ain't nobody watching this show.
God, I heard that damn show.
No, but
I hate the damn show so bad. Oh.
Now, hold on. So I do got a real question. Will this one come out in the movies, like as a?
Well, that's what it says. It
That's-
says
or
in
that's what it
theaters.
says.
It says in theaters, which that was my whole thing, which I was kind of surprised of.
It's gonna be better.
It says
I think it's
in.
Yeah.
It says in theaters, which is kind of like, okay, well that's
gonna
awesome.
kill the game.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna help it absolutely because you're reaching
right.
you're reaching a wider audience where you don't have to like go and seek it out. Where it's not like, I mean, even if it was like, let's say if it was like an actual
Video on demand or some shit.
Yeah,
Am I bugging?
let's
Is
say-
it next year?
yeah, next Christmas,
So wait, we get Black Panther.
in the spring or in the few months, I guess.
Was it
Infinity
Age of
War.
Ultron?
Yeah, February,
Infinity
sorry.
War.
Yeah, my bad. Yep.
That was another huge one that's coming out. What am I missing?
From Marvel?
the game,
one of the crazy.
you have to put that in there too, because like with your whole thing where you were talking about how possibly this could lead to real Miles being in like the actual live action.
Man, what a time to be alive.
Because Miles is going to be one of the main characters in the game, which a lot of people are like, holy shit, like that was a big deal. So the fact that they've got this coming too, it seems like they are pivoting in a way where they're like, let's put this character out there more and see how people enjoy it more than the people that like us who have like checked out the comics and known about Miles for a while. Let's see how he does in a more mainstream path, because the game's going to be fucking huge. And this movie is going to have the potential to be huge because one, it's going to be in theaters too. And you're not going to have it like either just on like VOD, or it's not just going to be like straight to video. Like people are going to see this preview run when it gets like to the middle of next year, and kids are going to be like, oh, cartoon Spider-Man in the movie. And then of course, white moms.
And the toys is going to go crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And then, of course, you're going to have that conversation where you're going to have somebody's like, oh, like Billy wants to go see that new Spider-Man. And honey, it's so interesting because he's a black Spider-Man. How's nice?
I'm already buying my nephew. Buying my nephew the toy. Like I'm just waiting on him to put it out. To put out a new version.
You imagine the cosplay about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I might be that next year.
It's like a male, like you got like male Spider-Gwen.
Oh,
because you got like hoodie. The hoodie.
I might be Spider-Man next year.
Yeah, Spider-Gwen's like one of my favorite.
I might be Spider-Man next year.
Iron Spider's dope too, but yeah, Spider-Man's badass.
But can we talk about this other trailer?
Yeah. First off, before we move on though, over under how many times that conversation is gonna be held. Over under on how many times that exact conversation is gonna go down in somebody's household.
Over and under what?
Of the conversation of, oh, and the interesting thing is the Spider-Man's a black guy. It's a black kid. His name's Miles. I think he's Hispanic and he's also black. And Billy wants to go see that. That's gonna take him, honey.
That's gonna check. That's a checklist of all the things people will sit there, the races are sitting there just itching.
I can't. Oh man, we're gonna have.
Oh, he's black and he's half black and half Mexican.
Oh man,
he's probably.
We're gonna have like some specials and V triggers and combos coming down on these races next year. When Black Panther comes out, and then this,
wow,
and then Miles being in the game, like we're gonna be coming out like we're gonna be doing Hadoukens, like we're gonna be hardcore, man.
For that Street Fighter fighting stick reference, sir.
Yeah, we're gonna be going in.
Smack.
Huh? No, he's clapping.
That's hand claps.
He's clapping.
Man, you know what a hand clap is, man.
It sounds like you're punching somebody in the stomach. It sounds like you're punching somebody in the stomach. That's what it sounds like.
Okay, that's better than what I was thinking. What was
No,
about to
don't.
say. I was like, hold on, man.
I was avoiding that. I was completely avoiding that.
Sir.
I was like,
it's a little slow, ain't it? If that's what you thought I was thinking of.
Hey man, everybody got their own rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't.
God. Okay, all right. So you said it. So the Game Awards. The Game Awards were this past week. The Game Awards and PSX were this weekend. Game Awards were Friday. PSX was yesterday, and today is when the conference floor opened up. Game Awards obviously just broadly kind of celebrating the year in gaming, and then the PSX very hyper focused on PlayStation in specific. And one of the things that we got, or that we're starting to get now with the Game Awards, is not only just like the awards, but we get like a shitload of trailers and stuff for new games, which is pretty dope. So you'll get like an award handed out, and they're like, "Oh, here's a new trailer." So of course, Jeff Keighley, who's over the Game Awards, is really good friends with Hideo Kojima. He was one of the guys that was like really championing for him when Kojima was going through all that shit with Konami and kind of like basically being kept quiet because of all the bullshit they were going through. So of course he invites him back now. He's one of the big guests for the Game Awards. So of course he was there. Del Toro was there to present with him for an award, and then also Norman Reedus was there, and then Mads Mikkelsen was there, which is basically the cast that we know so far of this new game that Kojima's working on. So they showed off a new like 8-minute trailer for Kojima's new game, and it's Kojima.
Can it be called a trailer at that point?
I mean, yeah, it's almost like a short, like a story short, because it introduces all these elements where you don't. It's like it's introducing all these elements, but you still have this feeling that you're like getting these bits and pieces, which is what Kojima likes to do. But the context is not quite. You don't understand the context yet because you're not seeing it in the grand scheme of things. But then you're also waiting to actually figure out what the hell this game is. But just to kind of break it down for people who haven't seen it or who have seen it, and just kind of break it down again. But it starts off and you've got Norman Reedus, his character. I don't know what his character. They haven't revealed what his character's name is yet. But
I'm trying to be quiet as much as I can.
You okay?
I got words for this.
Okay. Well, so it starts off, and it's had this kind of intergalactic / supernatural feeling to it from the first trailer, where you're which is kind of what you have to deal with Kojima in general, where he likes to keep you knowing and understanding exactly what he wants you to know and understand, and the rest of it you're kind of like, well, how did your thought process take you to this point? But it looks cool because there was like this, basically Norman Reedus is in this like spacesuit. I mean, I'm pretty much just going to throw out names for stuff which probably will be completely wrong because he'll probably have some specific name and it'll be completely different. But it looks like they're on this other planet. It reminds me honestly of like a scene from Prometheus, that really crappy reboot of the Alien franchise. And you have this like, there's this it's like a ship or like a rover is like laid over on this guy, and he's like basically like pinned down, and there's this other dude that's trying to help him, and you get this moment where something's moving near them, some supernatural or an alien or something. It's like this dark force, but you can tell like there's like this element of, you can kind of get hints from this trailer of gameplay elements being kind of first hinted at. Like, for instance, all the people have like this like antenna, like almost like a robot arm, like on their back that acts like a sensor, because it kind of goes off. Like every time they get to these points where they're like, oh shit, like something's around us. And like, there's this very specific point where Norman Reedus' character like yells at the other character, like, don't move, like don't breathe. And they like cover their mouth and they stop breathing. And you see these like handprints, like these dark handprints, like walk right past them. So it's obviously something of this ominous presence, whatever it is.
Psychomantis.
Yeah, right. That's what it feels like. But it can't see them when they're not moving or not breathing. But then you kind of go through this thing, and the guy on the ground is like freaking out, and he like gets engulfed by the blackness. I don't fucking know. And
it's like a weird version of
I'm ready to help you out with all this. Like, you're doing a good job though.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to get to the.
Well, I mean, actually, it's probably it's kind of what should we really just kind of let them watch it for themselves, because this is a lot.
Well, here's the thing. Like in any other site, the only reason I'm describing it is because I just want to get to the last like couple parts. Is because if we were like live and we could like have people like watching it while we were recording, then yeah, that was fine. But just kind of like breaking it down because somebody might listen to this down the road, and just otherwise to try to, at a poor attempt, try to weave in my own theology into this fucking strange ass trailer. But one of the things that I found the most interesting about it is there's something that if you've seen the first trailer, it lines up with it where the end of this one lines up pretty squarely to the end of the other one. Like on the end of the other one, Norman Reedus' character is naked. He's on the beach. And there's this very like, yeah, I know it doesn't make it sound any more normal, but you have this very like wide shot where you see these 5 figures in the air and they're like these dark masses. But one of the things that I thought was powerful about the trailer and kind of crazy to show you just how fucked up whatever this antagonist is when the guy on the ground was getting attacked, the guy that was like helping him at first made a point to shoot him and kill him before he got taken by whatever it is. And then when we move on, when that guy finally got messed up and got engulfed and started getting like taken away, he went as far as he didn't have his gun anymore, but he started stabbing himself repeatedly just so he could die before whatever this is took him. So that was like a very powerful thing, like how just kind of like an example of like, no, this is bad. Like whatever this is fucking terrible. And I mean it's a Kojima game, so we know what his mind can create as far as antagonist goes, and we've seen some of the best like Sniper Wolf and like Brent said, Psycho Mantis, so I can only imagine what this thing, whatever, or this presence is capable of. But it looks wild. Oh, yeah, and then there was a baby in Norman Reedus' throat, just to throw that out there.
Oh, glad you. All right, I'm jumping in now.
Yeah, go ahead. Just kind of throw a stick in the spokes real quick, just so you can fall face forward off your bike. So
Norman Reedus is talking about, like, the cosmos were created with the bang, and then there was life, blah, blah, blah. Then there was a second bang, and that's, like, the premise of this thing was, like, these creatures are the second bang, and it's going to change the world, or they're changing the world. And
in a negative way.
It's like the end of humans, basically.
Yeah.
All right. Now, this ooze. Think of like your scariest of movies where a person's like falling on the ground, a black like oil type liquid basically comes over them, like starts like swarming around them, and then hands start grabbing them, pulling them under, like pulling them in the ooze down into the earth. Like that's the type of fear that is creating with the people who are like with the one guy who was trapped under the space, the
ship, the rover, or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. So I just want y'all to get a sense of that
car. What'd you say?
Like in that movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah.
When you die and you like get dragged to hell by them little things, black things.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
Perfect. That's actually perfect. All right, so
that's really good.
So what happens is, like Gary mentioned, like now they go after this dude. He messes up. They see him. What I thought when I was seeing the monsters who are invisible are basically cloaked. They're not even invisible. They're cloaked. Like you can see the background around them, but there's like a little bit of light that bends, like kind of like where their presence is.
It's like Predator.
But yeah, like Predator. Think of that, like Predator. They're cloaked like Predator. It was like seeing the T-Rex in Jurassic Park like put its footprints down.
Yeah.
But you couldn't see the actual dinosaur. That's like the present it left. It was like earth shaking, stomp, stomp, stomp. You knew this was a monster. This thing was huge.
And it was walking right past.
Yeah, and it was like it stepped on him, and he just started bleeding and stuff. And he couldn't even yell out because it would have figured out he was there and apparently killed him. But so this thing does like the Independence Day, pulls everything up to the sky like in one beam of light, and that's when the dude like he drops his gun because he's getting attacked, and he's like he was trying to commit suicide, and then he starts stabbing himself flying up. As soon as the thing gets all the way to the giant monster that there is now, like the Godzilla of monsters, it eats him or devours him, and then drops everything like the Independence Day alien bomb. Like when it shoots the White House, it drops everything down
like a gravity well.
Yes. Now, all this while, they have this little pack, like as if like it's a birthing satchel that people have, and it has a baby floating in it, like just floating, and it poops itself. So it's alive. Like it actually poops itself while it's in the tank.
Jesus
now, somehow, oh yeah, I hate this.
So
I hate this whole
Kojima's fucking so
I
weird.
hate it. I hated it.
If you're like audience, okay, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not following along, you need to see this whole this 8-minute clip.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And here's the thing: if you have any familiarity,
goes down his throat. How the hell? How does it go in him? How's it in him?
About that. I don't want to
talk about the Book of Eli with the baby, and it's like you go down his esophagus, and the baby's like shooting you deuces. Like
he did a thumbs up. That was the thing is throughout this whole trailer, the
baby just shit itself.
Throughout this whole trailer, that was the most Kojima thing. Like what he does with like this serious, very like has you drawn in like storytelling, and then all of a sudden there's just some weird goofy shit that he just throws in the middle of, and you're like, it's almost like if somehow
if you did acid,
if it was like
ate
this
mushrooms,
and
got bad speed,
it's not even like that. It's like
try to record some bullshit.
It's like if somebody was holding out a cake, and they were like, "Look at this cake I just baked." And I'm like, "Oh man, that smells good." Like, yeah, like it's nice. It looks good. Like. And then you're like leaning in, you're like, man, like what is that? That smells really good. It's chocolate. He said, yeah, it's a chocolate cake. He said no, but he said, yeah, it's great. It said it should be good. He said the weird thing is though, it's made out of poop, and you're like, and you like jump back. Like that's the way he does. He like draws you in, and then all of a sudden he like turns it real quick, and you're like, wait, what the? Because I remember when that baby part happened, like I got mad. I got physically mad because I was like, what was that? I was like, everything was going great and serious, and now there's a baby in his throat.
Okay, but they're trying to protect the baby. That's even weirder. So how should I say this? I want him to die in that game as much as I want him to die on the show The Walking Dead.
Norman Reedus?
Yep.
I like
that clip. I'll take the next story.
That's
what we got?
That's messed up. That was it. I was gonna wrap it up after that. That's good. No, I was just gonna say.
All right, that'll be a topic for another discussion.
Yeah,
the one other. Run it. What's the topic?
The one other.
No, Walking Dead. As far as your thoughts on it, we'll come back on that one because I ain't caught up on this season.
Yeah,
girl.
The one other
needs
thing
to die.
The one other thing I was gonna say about this that I've noticed from watching the first trailer and this one is it seems to be there's like this looming apocalypse kind of theme that seems to be running throughout. And the other thing that I've noticed too that may be interesting with the whole how they keep ending up in these situations where they're trying to protect this baby in this like sack is I've never seen so far we've only seen like 6 characters in both trailers. There hasn't been a female character yet. And I wonder if that's part of it too. I wonder if like this is like the last baby to save the human. Like this is the baby. This is the baby.
The Book of Eli. I told you it's the Book of Eli.
Yeah.
He has the baby in his chest. He also has scars. So apparently at some point in time he's gonna have to get it cut out of him. And
it's weird. Kojima's weird as shit.
One more topic.
I'm excited. I'm excited about this game. When I find out what the hell the game is.
I think I'm gonna hate this game. I honestly think I'm gonna hate this game.
You won't. You won't.
Because I hope he proves me wrong.
Because you've been a fan of his. You've been a Metal Gear fan, so you know who this man is.
Weird.
You know who this man is. You know how Metal Gear Solid 5 started with the fire whale and all that. So you know who we're dealing with here.
If I treated this like any other art form, like taking in an art form, I would say they don't know what the hell they're doing, and it's not a consistent thing. Like it's not adding up in any way, right?
But it's Kojima. And this is the
Kojima might be weird, but he adds up. Like
well, here's the thing too.
Like you can tell, like, okay, it might be crazy ideas put together.
Yeah.
But it's almost like reading a book. Like, yeah, it might have wizards and warlocks and griffins and
but here's
cyclops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you understand how the world works.
Right.
This one literally is apocalyptic.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Think about it like this. We haven't had a chance to see Kojima start from scratch since Zone of the Enders, which was released 15 plus years ago. So think about it. When we first at first Metal Gear Solid was pretty grounded.
George R. Martin of video games. So
yeah, I know, but I'm
give it a pass.
No, I'm not saying give it a pass, but you know how weird this guy is, and part of the whole it doesn't fit together thing is we don't have any background or context like we do. Even with Metal Gear Solid 5, it was fucking weird, but we knew where we were. We knew Bruh. Big Boss. We knew these pieces.
Bruh, he has a baby in his throat.
Dude,
he has a baby in his throat.
It's Kojima, man. It's Kojima, dude.
An explosion happened.
Just wait till it comes out.
It's Kojima.
Wait till it comes out, and then there'll be some explanation.
Yeah.
The baby was in a see-through knapsack, and now the baby's in his throat.
Yeah.
Giving thumbs up and deuces to people.
But the thing is, you don't even know if that was the same baby. It might have been.
It can't be no other baby.
It might have been another baby.
They were protecting the baby. Maybe they were literally on a mission protecting the baby.
You don't know. The whole theme of the game could be like everybody's babies, but they're just like controlling these big like Edgar suits. Like they
might as well just make the baby and be like, okay, they take the babies and make them into batteries to run the world. Like
there's also theories that baby is Mad Mikkelsen's character, which I thought would be funny.
I'm done.
I love it so much.
No,
we're closing out. No, we're ending it with this. We're ending with this. We're ending with this. I gotta go. We're ending with this. That was beautiful. That's perfect. I love it.
We didn't even talk about Batman trailer.
That's fine. We can talk about it next time.
We don't care about Batman.
We can talk about it next time. We'll have plenty of topics for next time.
Fuck that trailer. Fuck that, man. Fuck that game. I love it. Fuck that game.
This is the way I want to end. I love it.
It ain't even out yet, man.
Guys,
fuck it.
Thank you guys so much for joining.
Hope it goes where ET games went. Like in the desert, buried alive.
I'm telling you. Jesus. Okay, what episode is this? I want you guys to mark this episode and remember it, because
remember that shit.
When this game comes out and Brent's like, yo, that game's kind of dope. I want you to remember this, him hating on it, because it will
eat my words.
It will come out. We know he's good at the gameplay side of it, so we just got to get through the craziness. But we know he can give us something nuts on the back end as far as the gameplay goes. So, with that said,
shown nuts.
With that said, guys, thank you.
In trailers.
Thank you guys, as always. You can find us at Oafdiscussions@gmail.com. I am Kid Swift. That is LLCoolB22. Webb is at Webb859. Oh my God. Yeah. Shayna's at ShaynaMB. You can find us on Facebook at Facebook.com/group/Oafdiscussions. Shayna, we miss you. Hurry up and come back.
Inside joke for Shayna?
Yeah.
Throw it all away. Burn it down. Burn it down.
Very nice. As always,
Oafdiscussions.com.
Yeah.
Oafdiscussions on YouTube.
Yeah. All those things. Subscribe. Post on there. Send us a message. Let us know what you think. Comment. We have had some good conversations on some of our other videos with people, and join that Facebook group. There's a lot of good people in there. And also what we'll do is, I don't know how, but I will create a Oaf Discussions group on the PlayStation Network. That way, if you guys have a PlayStation, or even an Xbox, because Brent has one, we'll get that together. So if there's anybody out there that wants to send us their gamer tag and stuff, you can join up. If you guys want to play some stuff, just let us know. But as always, guys, thank you so much for listening to us. We appreciate you so much, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.
Until next time.